The protagonist is Riki, all gifted since childhood with immense strength. After years of rigorous training, his iron body training has been perfected, punching through steel walls with ease. He believed his strength could protect loved ones forever. But at age 20, his girlfriend Yinjing was murdered. After witnessing drug dealers' transactions, she rushed to report to police. Dealers caught her, Noklodgua. Dao silenced her by pushing her off a high rise. At the morgue, Riki gazed at Yinjing's body. Consumed by vengeance, he hunted down Guan Dao, underestimating Riki Mishna Dapak and Dao feared to stop him, but 5 bullets left Riki standing, stunning Guan Dao. Seizing the moment, Riki shattered his skull, killing him instantly. Though avenged, Riki was imprisoned with 5 bullets lodged in him forever. Thus began his prison life, in a prison run as profit-driven enterprise, divided into 4 blocks, north, south, east, west, each ruled by martial arts masters. He entered the chaotic North Block, a lawless jungle where might makes right. The strong define all order. The weak may meet their end at any time. That day, Li Wang's cellmate Lao Ma was washing up in the water room. Just because he used toothpaste to brush his teeth, Shan Mao, leader of the torture squad, took offense at him. With 2 underlings, he beat Lao Ma without a word. The prisoners dared not intervene. On seeing this, they knew Shan Mao was backed by Ahai, the North Cell King, though they could only pretend to see nothing. However, Li Wang couldn't tolerate such brutality. He instantly struck and severely injured Shan Mao. Shan Mao's underling Baldhead wanted to avenge his boss, but a single glare from Li Wang froze him in terror. In the end, he could only help Shan Mao limp away in disgrace. But how could Shan Mao let Li Wang off so easily? To vent his rage, he immediately used his prison connections. Release Big Stupid Elephant, the most savage convict in North Cell. This man was built like an ox, and legend says he could devour a horse in 1 meal to satisfy his hunger. He'd stop at nothing. Zungi. He found Li Wang bathing and challenged him to a fight. Li Wang stared down this massive foe before him. Though seemingly frail, Li Wang landed a single punch that split Big Stupid Elephant open. Seeing this, Shan Mao snatched a long spike from the corpse's hand to ambush Li Wang. But Li Wang caught it one-handed and snapped all his fingers. Just then, guards rushed to the scene, but to their shock, Li Wang right before their eyes landed another punch that blew open Shan Mao's abdomen. He alone got beaten. If you strike me, I won't hold back. Witnessing Li Wang's ferocity, the guards rushed him to Deputy Warden One-Eyed Snake's office. To break this defiant man's spirit, One-Eyed Snake ordered a photo of Li Wang's girlfriend. The moment he saw the photo, Li Wang was distracted as he reached for it. Steel claws pierced his hand. Despite the provocation, Li Wang didn't retaliate. Not wanting escalation, he remained silent. Enraging One-Eyed Snake, who grabbed Ying's photo and spat insults, crossing Li Wang's line. Snapping at last, he split the table. One-Eyed Snake drew his gun, but Li Wang dodged the bullet. Seizing his chance, blood power surged as his fist aimed straight at One-Eyed Snake's face. Seeing the terror he caused, Li Wang held back, retrieving Yinjing's photo before leaving. One-Eyed Snake schemed to eliminate this troublemaker. He sought Ahai. Knowing Li Wang defends the weak, they used cellmate Gu as bait to lure Li Wang out. True to form, Li Wang came storming the training ground. Alone, Ahai unleashed furious punches, but Li Wang didn't strike back. At this moment, his only thought was to make Ahai release Guan, with no intention to fight. But unexpectedly, Ahai attacked with lethal moves, showing no sign of stopping. As Li Wang continued to hold back, Guan was doomed, seeing his friend's life hanging by a thread. Li Wang could bear it no longer. He charged forward and shattered Ahai's shoulder blade with one punch, realizing his opponent's strength. Ahai, abundant, all honor, pulling out a dagger for a vicious assault while scattering glass powder. To blind Li Wang. You're blind now. Let's see you fight then. Ahai exploited Li Wang's vulnerability, slashing his tendons with another knife. Yet despite this, Li Wang refused to yield. Just as he found a manhole cover, he smashed it instantly, releasing a gush of water to flush the glass powder from his eyes, restoring Li Wang's vision. Inmatus cheered at his recovery, but Ahai thought his crippled right hand meant he was on his last legs and prepared another attack. But Li Wang dodged effortlessly and backhanded his eyeball out, sightseeing the moment. Li Wang yanked out his severed tendons and reconnected them forcibly. His hand instantly healed. Seeing this, Ahai knew he couldn't win and readied his final gambit, lashing his own abdomen, pulling out a 2-meter intestine, choking Li Wang's neck relentlessly. But Li Wang wouldn't be defeated so easily. He seized the moment, lifting Ahai high with one fist and ended him with a crushing blow. He then rushed to free Guang from the crucifix, but the injuries proved fatal. Guang had already passed. Just then, the 3 remaining kings emerged. East Block's unstoppable Taishan, West Block's lethal Wang Quan, and South Block's hidden weapons, mastered by Shen. Take all 3 kings down now, if you dare. You got this, Li Wang. We've got your back. Though the inmates cheered for Li Wang to finish them, he refused to spill more blood and walked away, carrying Guang's body from the arena. Now, he just wanted to serve his sentence in peace, but fate had other plans. When his cellmate Asha tried playing leaves in the stairwell, severed tongue prevented any sound. Li Wang offered his treasured flute, delighting Asha, who gave Li Wang his remaining leaves. So Li Wang could play something too, but Li Wang smelled them and froze. West Block was growing poppies. Rage ignited within him. Indeed, because of this poison, he couldn't contain himself. Not wanting to endanger others, he stormed toward West Block alone. A fire erupted, consuming the entire poppy field. Wang Quan spotted the blaze and rushed to intervene, but it was too late. This was the toughest opponent Li Wang had ever faced. Wang Quan gathered his chi, then unleashed a move. His Phantom Mirage Strike hit Li Wang's heart, acupoint, at lightning speed. Confident, Wang Quan believed he could defeat the Emperor single-handedly. But then, unexpectedly, Li Wang burst with power, easily freeing his acupoints. He ready to counterattack, but before he could strike, White God ambushed him, trapping Li Wang with deadly flying needles. Saying Li Wang immobilize, Wang Quan prepared to hurl him into the flames. Suddenly, their ally, Taishan, intervened. Taishan led Li Wang to a nearby chamber, intending to settle their score. Now there, it was West Block's execution room. As the door sealed shut, Simon poured from the walls, with Taishan about to be entombed. Li Wang reacted swiftly, shattering the iron gate and escaping with Taishan. But as Li Wang reached the stairs, his drying cement immobilized him, letting one-eyed snake capture him. The warden soon learned of the burned poppy fields. Furious, he stormed to the execution chamber, confront the man who ruined his empire. When Li Wang recognized the warden, his rage erupted instantly. Riki violently wrenched himself free from the hardening cement and chains, grabbing his opponent in a chokehold. At the critical moment, Taishan burst through the wall, sending Riki flying with a powerful punch. Then, immediately, challenged him again. Taishan bent the prison bars into restraints to pin Riki down. Then launched a barrage of savage blows. When Riki showed no reaction, Taishan unleashed his signature move, the Coconut Crusher, causing blood to gush from Riki-Oh's skull. But at the last possible moment, Riki-Oh mustered his strength and shattered Taishan's elbow with a crushing punch and drove an uppercut straight through his jaw as Tyson collapsed. One-eyed Snake activated the torture chamber's mechanism, dropping a massive steel plate. Just as Riki raced to hold it up, the warden struck him with a 100-volt baton. Aya and he out instantly, overwhelming Rikio's defenses. To make an example of him, the warden had Riki buried up to his neck in the prison yard, while guards forced inmates to pile dirt. He proclaimed Riki would be freed if he survived 7 days buried alive. After 7 days, the warden returned with an excavator. Expected Riki to be dead after days without food or water, but he miraculously survived, using breath control techniques, emerging completely healed and radiating energy. But just as Riki expected freedom, the warden broke his promise, ordering Wang Quan and Bai Shen to drag him back to solitary confinement. That night, cellmate Fat smuggled food to Riki, who'd been starved for days. Zoi secretly brought him a plate of rice, but this was spotted by the bald snitch. Immediately, he led One-Eyed Snake to a farm. Afan was killed on the spot. Then, they headed to Rikio's cell. To One-Eyed Snake's surprise, Riki wasn't inside. Assuming he'd escaped, he rushed in to check. Unbeknownst to them, Riki clung to the ceiling. He dropped down, catching them off guard, and punched the bald man's head apart. One-Eyed Snake tried to fight back, but Riki turned him into an eyeless snake. Riki then took him to the warden. He threatened the warden with One-Eyed Snake's life to stop his atrocities, but the warden ignored his plea and shot One-Eyed Snake dead. Hearing the commotion, Huang Quan and Bai Xin attacked, but Riki had unleashed his full power. Even together, they were no match for him. Soon, Huang Quan lay dead. Seeing the tide turn, Bai Shen tried to flee, but the warden, enraged by his cowardice, speared at him, blowing Bai Shen to bits. Only the warden and Rikio remained. The warden revealed himself as prison's true powerhouse. His muscles convulsed violently, and within seconds, he swelled into a monstrous 3-meter titan. Unfazed, Rikio charged, throwing a punch, but his fist bounced off the transformed warden. But Li Wang refused to back down and pressed on with relentless punches. Yet his attacks couldn't shake his opponent. Instead, he was hurled meters away. Learning the warden shared his master's lineage, Li Wang recalled a technique taught by Master Shangyi. He swiftly changed tactics, first shattering the warden's leg, then heaving him overhead and hurling him into a meat grinder. As the grinder churned, the prison's once mighty tyrant was reduced to mangled mush. With the warden defeated, Li Wang raced to the outer wall. Determined to escape, he smashed a gaping hole through the thick concrete, tying himself and his tormented fellow inmates at last.